It's Chinese New Year in Guangzhou. As you see, it's busy. If you are visiting during the holiday, just a heads up. There are people everywhere, but don't let that stop you. Today, I'm taking you on a half-day walking tour through some of my favorite spots in the city. Let's start in Shamian Island. Come with me. This area, Shamian Island, was actually a British and French concession in the 19th century. By the way, this area also witnessed some tragic events in the 20th century, like the Shamian incident in 1925. It's a reminder that this beautiful place has a very complicated and serious history too. Welcome to Shamian Island. It's Chinese New Year, so it's busy. But that just means everyone wants to be here, right? Because underneath all the holiday buzz, you still got over 150 historic European buildings hiding behind these trees. Let's go see what it actually looks like up close. This building used to be the Soviet consulate. See those bright red flowers? That's the K-pop, Guangzhou's city flower. The red brick walls are a classic British Victorian style. Locals actually call it the Red House. You know what's these trees? If you know, comment below. Look at these kids running around, families hanging out. This is what Shamian looks like today. On a sunny day, especially during holidays, it's like a big outdoor playground for everyone in Guangzhou. Over 10 consulates used to be here, 9 banks, sporty trading firms. Now, just this one, the Palace Consulate. This green building was the Race Bradley Company, a British trading firm from the early 1900s, one of the over 40 companies that used to do business here. This one is called the Sir Robert Hart Building. He was the guy in charge of China's custom for almost 50 years. He actually lived here. This is the Asiatic Petroleum Company, part of the Royal Dutch Shell back in the day. It used to be the German consulate also. This yellow building is the Old Luxury Company. It's a good example of colonial style, simple and elegant. The Guangzhou Club. This was the place to hang out in old days. Designed by Arthur Purnell, an Australian architect. Beautiful neoclassical building. Look at the walls. Western stone mixed with the Cantonese brick. That's the eclectic style. This was the Yokohama Species Bank, later a radio station. This is the kind of shop where tourists come to grab souvenirs, like the decoration, toys, so postcards. Nothing too special, but it's convenient. If you want something more authentic, you might find better stuff in the city. But if you want just a quick memory of Shamian, this does the job. This 4-story neoclassical building is the foremost site of HSBC. It witnessed the Shamian incident, the war. A lot of history happened here. Chinese New Year is the one time of year when everyone gets together. You see it everywhere, family walking, friends chatting, kids playing. Makes me wonder, what's the biggest holiday in your country and how do you spend it? Drop me a comment and let me know. This building is the old Wanguo Baotong Bank, which later became Citibank. Neoclassical style, 3 stories, built over 100 years ago. This one was built for French missionary in the late 19th century. Construction of brick and wood. This is Notre Dame Hall, a Catholic church built over 120 years ago. Originally for the French community here, still standing, still beautiful. This is the Banque de l'Indochine, also known as the first building of Shamian. French barracks. Back in the day, this is where French soldiers stayed. 2 floors built over 100 years ago. Customs House, or East Red Building, used to be the Customs Club, later housing the Red Rigs all the way from France. This yellow building is the old French post office, built in the late 1800s. So along the way, you will see another yellow building. This is the Guangdong Museum of Foreign Affairs, of French consulate, built in 1890s. So that's Shamian. Most people just come here, take photos, and leave. But I hope now you know a little more about what these buildings actually are. Now let's cross the river. There's a ferry just over here, only 2 RMB. Way cheaper than a light cruise, right? See that white one? That's the White Swan Hotel. First 5-star hotel in China. But locals know it for one thing, dim sum. One of the best places in Guangzhou for breakfast. In front of there is Renwei Bridge, connect the island to the city. This is the Bai'etan GBA Art Center. I hopped off and I ran right back. Not many people know about this place yet. It's just open. Come during sunset, it will be perfect. The cafe was a nice break. This little clique is actually man-made. The British and French had it dug in the 1800s to separate Shamian from the city. Back then, if you were a local and wanted to cross the island, you needed a special pass. Imagine that, just to walk across the bridge. Now everyone just walk across. Welcome to Yongqingfang, the trendy side of old Guangzhou. Lots of shops, lots of pupils. This is where the young crowd hangs out. If you like it a bit more quiet, avoid weekends and holidays. Otherwise, you'll see. This is a formal residence of a big sea hall. an overseas Chinese-American painter. And this place is where you can see the pink paper paintings. They were very famous during the Qing dynasty and exported to all over the world. This is classic Guangzhou. Old buildings, willow trees, and girls in hanfu. You see this everywhere now. Young people bringing back tradition. And just like that, we are back in the chaos. This is Guangzhou. I know busy, loud, never stops. If you are too lazy to walk, you can always take the boat. But I just see a long queue for the boat because holiday closed, right? I'll stick with walking. This is more like a local snack, Cantonese desserts. This is where the neighborhood eats. By the way, from Yongqingfang to here is about 30 minutes walk. I'm heading to a Taoist temple now. But as you can see, New Year in Guangzhou, busy is an understatement. Okay, almost arrived. Here's the temple's entrance. Oh, big crowd, long line. But look, everyone's waiting, no pushing. That's respect. And this is Renwei Temple, one of the busiest spots during the New Year. People come here to pray, to burn incense, to start the year right. In Chinese tradition, every year has a Tai Shi, a kind of god of the year. If your zodiac sign clashes with him, people believe you might have bad luck. So they come here to pray, to make peace, to protect themselves. If you want to know if you clash with Tai Shi this year, the 5-horse year, just check your zodiac. Or leave it in the comments. I'll check for you. This restaurant is famous for Scholar's congee. Guess where this is? One of the most talked about food streets in Guangzhou. Honestly, it's not as amazing as the internet says, but it's got lots of choice. That's the real reason people come here. And honestly, most are tourists now, not so many locals. This place, different story. Seasoning clay pot cooking, actually really good, but you have to queue. I will recommend come on the weekday. Hope you enjoyed the walk with me during the New Year. See you next time.